Hello and welcome to Flippin Through, the internet's #1 Mad Magazine news, review, and interview channel. And today we're flipping through, Mad Magazine number 514, released April 2012. Cover price $5.99, which is indeed cheap. And sorry about that. But before we do that, please remember, hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment down below. That's the best way to support this channel. Help it grow. I'm at 666 subscribers. Let's get off that satanic number. It makes me uncomfortable. Help me out, guys. Oh, but don't like unsubscribe to fix it. Like subscribe in order to fix it. Anyway, you want to support me in another way? Patreon.com/flippin through. What do you get if you support me on patreon.com/flippin through? You get a sick set of stickers. You get a pretty awesome MAD stencil, and you get a set of MAD buttons. That's a lot of stuff. I don't know. Wait, anyway, I've not been clear about how much you have to give me for all of that stuff. Find out. Anyway, with that, these are the people that I get to thank who support me on Patreon right now. Jacqueline Gosling, Reflection of Perfection, Frank Snyder, Misimo, David Strickler, Megan McInerney, Shane Buckley, Bobby Weigel, Cam Hayden, Rob Wilson, Rod Meadsbury, Andrew Goldfarb, Casey Ori, and Little Cozy Nostril. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I hope I can keep on earning it. Anyway, let's get into this. Wait, where am I? There we go. Let's get into this. Mad Magazine number 514. This is, I don't know why. I cannot tell you why, but this is an issue that really stuck in my mind. This cover in particular, the take on American Gothic, lampooning Mike and Molly, a sitcom I never watched, but I think she's like huge and she's really popular. No, she's like a movie star now, right? And this guy, and nobody knows him. But yeah, that's about it. That's all I know. But for some reason, that cover in particular was one that I remember very, very distinctly. Here we have some house ads that are like, I don't know, not that interesting. Here we have Digital Dumbness. I think this is this for the Idiotical, or is this for, oh no, these are just for books you can buy on Amazon. Look at Doug's Kindle. That's what it says. I can only assume that's a reference to Doug Guilford. I don't know who Trevor is. Who is Trevor? Anyway. Terrible table of contents. Here we have, this stood out to me because I was in the Navy, and this is a Navy sailor. I don't know. It doesn't say if he's a Seabee. I don't know what he was doing in the desert, but I do know this. His cover looks like shit. He did not do a good job of that. Now, how about this? This is I want to zoom in on this. This is something I've talked about a fair amount, or I think it comes up during this era of Mad Magazine. That is the Nifty 50. And for those of you who are uninformed, you're ignorant, well, why don't I just read what this says? It's time for another installment of Ed's Nifty 50. When it comes to celebrity snaps, this list is the best of the best, the ones we want more than any others. That's where you come in. Send in your non-returnable photographs of the celeb holding an issue via snail mail or to our email address, letters@madmagazine.com. Put Nifty 50 in the subject line. What's in it for you? Why, you heartless mercenaries. If we print your Nifty 50 celebrity snap, you'll win a free 2-year subscription to MAD. To sweeten things even more, if your Nifty 50 celebrity snap is one of the first 6 we print, you'll also get an awesome limited edition Batman black and white statue by Sergio Aragones. That's right. So who do we got? Michelle Bachmann. That's a political person. Politician, I think is the term. Jennifer Aniston, Justin Bieber, the Biebs, Will Smith. Some of these people are still relevant today. Even, like, what is it? When did this come out? 2015? 2012. 10 years later, some of these people are still relevant. Let's see how many are still relevant. Any White House living Obama. Okay. Any culture destroying Kardashian. So you can't do any Obamas now. They're not relevant on this list because none of them live in the White House. LeBron James, Tom Cruise, both very relevant. Rebecca Black, Friday, scoop it up, Friday. Mika Brzezinski, never heard of her. Louis C.K., still relevant. Herman Cain, R.I.P. Any football playing Manning, no Chelsea Manning. Pippa Middleton, still relevant, right? Wait, Pippa Middleton. Is that Pippa? That's like a royal, right? Chaz Bono, Larry David, still relevant. Daniel Craig, that stud, still relevant. Betty White, R.I.P. Stephen Hawking, R.I.P. Joel Osteen, R.I.P. Wait, Haley Joel Osment, Ricky Gervais, Jason Bateman, Helen Mirren, third time's the charm, Helen Mirren, Rex Ryan, who is that? Albert Pujols, never heard of them. The Tiger Mom? Rihanna, Rooney Mara, who are these people? Woody Allen, Fidel Castro, R.I.P., Chris Christie, Jim Cramer, those guys are still relevant. Rachel Maddow, Kobayashi, always relevant. Every year, once a year, he's relevant. 4th of July, Jim Parsons, Robert Downey, RDJ, any astronaut, but they must be in uniform. Like in a spacesuit? Jason Segel, that pink dress wearing T-Mobile chick? Anne Hathaway, Tim Tebow, not relevant. Katy Perry, Amy Poehler, JT, the Zucks, Mark Zuckerberg, and any money-loving Trump, still relevant. George Takei, Mila Kunis, Howard Stern, and Lady Gaga. I don't know. That's pretty good. If you're still relevant at this point, I'd say you're doing all right. Anyway, let's keep checking it out. I'm actually going to boogie on through this into the Fundalini pages. All right, so there is, of course, the celebrity cause of death betting odds. I love these. But it was, Tulka. I love Tulka, but I like Mejia when he would do the gravestones. Kristen Stewart, terminal pout, 1-1. Chokes to death on stray Robert Pattinson eyebrow hair, 2-1. Brain aneurysm brought on by attempting to display an emotion on screen, 3-1. Dies from food poisoning, along with Lou Ferrigno and Eric Estrada after eating an iffy taco cart at Toledo Sci-Fi Festival 2024. Ooh, it's going to happen. That's on the horizon. Ironically dies of complications while donating blood. And here we have, I want to look at this because it's amusing. Colleges without sex abuse allegations. I don't know what was going on in 2012, but it must have been a big thing. Sex abuse allegations. Was this when there was that guy who would he was doing horrible things to gymnasts? He was like a physical trainer or something. Is that what it is? Anyway, here you have Platonic City College. I like that with the little handshake. Saint Castrati. If you don't know, castrati was this horrible thing they would do to young boys so that they would maintain a high pitched voice. They would castrate them. They would remove their testicles so that they could still sing in a childlike voice, like Ave Maria. Anyway, Mr. Floppy's professional clown you so far. Saltpeter State. When I was in the Navy, that was everybody, I think it was mostly in boot camp. They insisted that um, they put saltpeter in the eggs so that we would not get erections. I don't know. I don't know how that got started. I don't think it's true. I don't know that you're allowed to like dose people to prevent erections. And then University of Phoenix Online. There we go. Good job, University of Phoenix. Um, I do want to zoom in on this because this artwork is kind of fun, and these are semi-fun facts about chocolate. The whatchamacallit bar was originally called Who's It, but Hershey execs found that name to be too silly and vague. The chocolate Santas were originally inspired by a fat bearded guy who fell into a vat at the Cadbury plant. The ancient Aztecs ground up the bones of their ancestors and mixed them into cocoa drink, a practice Nestle discontinued in 1985. Ooh, 85, good year. That's when this guy was born. Um, if you partially chew M&Ms and spit them into your hand, they will eventually melt there. Studies show that women eat more chocolate than men. And no, we're not criticizing. Look, it's a statistic. Okay, fine. Men eat more chocolate than women. Jesus H. Christ. Oh, I love that one, though. Not saying that I like it. I'm just saying that it's something that's true. Do women eat more chocolate, though? I do not know. I should have stayed zoomed in. Here we have inspection tags you wish you never saw. This Victoria's Secret garment was sniffed and fondled by Inspector 22. If you find an odd sock in this package, it means the matching sock was deemed substandard and therefore not included. Inspected with all the love and care of someone making less than minimum wage. This high-speed power saw has been inspected and tested by Lefty. This is a dollar store item. Did you really expect anyone to inspect it? Anyway, look at this. This is what would they call it? Like the soul of MAD? Yeah, from the Soul of MAD collection. I think it'd be cool to have all of these. Well, one, were they pretty nice prints? Because that would be cool just to have. I mean, it's just the original artwork, not, they just don't, it's all covers, but without the MAD logo. I think that would be a pretty fun thing to have. But yeah, I don't know if they're what the quality is. If you guys have any of these, let me know in the comments down below. So this is Mike and Molly, big and bulky. Um, I don't like. This is what I surmise from this spoof, and also like just the little I know about it. It's a show about fatzos, and it's all about how they're fat and how that's funny, but also they're people and they should be treated with dignity and respect. Right? I think so. Hey, how about this? The Mad Guide to Smartphone Etiquette. Let's zoom in. We're going to zoom in on this. Writer Kenny Kyle, artist Tim Hamilton. Kenny Kyle, friend of the show. Don't be, I want to do the little introduction. As phones get smarter, their users seem to get dumber. I think that's only like annoying and kind of like eye roll inducing because like 10 years later, it's like that joke has been done to death. There's no app for proper behavior when using these expensive time sucking devices, but there is the following article. Now get your elbows off the freaking table and learn from the Mad Guide to Smartphone Etiquette. Don't be so caught up in your personal technology that you impolitely neglect your loved ones. Set some time aside every night to get together as a family and post on each other's Facebook walls. Mom, thanks for liking my post about my report card. It is considered gauche to ever let anyone hear the demeaning personalized ringtones you've selected for their incoming calls. even if it is deadly accurate. She got a nose job. She got a nose job. Is that a song? Uh, anyway, since many states frown upon texting while driving to the point of making it illegal, one may exhibit proper respect by using this downtime to catch up on YouTube videos instead. It's kind of, I mean, it's sort of sad because all of this stuff seems to have gotten worse over time, not better. When talking on your Bluetooth headset in a restaurant, keep your voice down so that others can hear their Bluetooth headsets as well. And like, what do people do now? This is what people do now. They'll like hold up their phone and it's on speakerphone. And it's like, not only do you have to hear their side, you have to hear the other side of the phone call as well. Or people would just like listen to music on this or like little Bluetooth speakers. It's awful. This is actually making me depressed. When aspiring to take seductive Facebook profile pictures in the bathroom mirror, it is considered polite to remove any embarrassing hygiene products from your counter first. Don't interrupt others. Wait until your friend has finished telling you about their erectile dysfunction to tell him he's on speakerphone. I'm telling you, it was like an overboiled stalk of celery, withering heights. When I say limp, I'm not talking about my walk. Oh my God. And here we have this. I just want to talk about this for a second because this is a staple of MAD, right? The make your own whatever, sort of like a um, Mad Libs or something. And it used to be like that, where it was almost in that same paper format with the sentence, like this, right? Like, just as Bella and Edward finally seem at peace, Bella received, and then off to the side, you would get these words, like just a list of words that you can choose from. Exact same. But for some reason, they thought it would be a better format to do it like this, which it isn't. It's worse, I think. Um, like the photos don't always, sometimes the photos are funny, right? But you don't really need them. Like double D implants, I don't need a picture of the breasts for it to be humorous. Um, Chris Brown apologist, I don't need a picture of Chris Brown. That doesn't really help things that much. Um, the Kids' Choice Award, I don't need a picture of that. This is just like a collection of Getty images. It's the worst. Uh, it's the worst version of this, I should say. It's not the worst. It's like just something I don't like. Here we have Spy versus Spy by Peter Kuper. And I don't know if I've said this often or not, but I do love the way that he plays with the panels. I love the way he like nests them into each other, the way he'll take like this one and divide it up. Um, it's great. I like this type of thing where you get to see he's pouring instant ice onto the powder, as they say. So I don't know. I just really like the way he plays with layouts and panels. And then also like this, right next to it, boom, just very straightforward. Another bonus Spy versus Spy. Um, just right there, right in a vertical row of squares. This was great. I loved seeing this. I had to do kind of a double take on it, though. It's just a bunch of fake ads. That's all. That's it. That's the whole thing. No setup. No, like, hey, now here are some fake ads. No, just some fake ads. And they're awesome. So if you need to, hit pause. Okay. Now you can look at them and read them on your own time. Oh, great. Matt's dreadfully undercooked. The Hunger Games outtakes. You know, captions. Oh, captions are so stupid. The Mad Vault. I say it every time I get to it. I thought this was a good idea. And if Mad ever starts doing new material again in their magazine, I would say that this is something that they should continue to do. I think that there are really, really good. I mean, there's decades and decades of gems, absolute gems, in Mad Magazine that people haven't seen. And if they ever get back on the newsstand, if they ever start doing new material, I think that having this would be a good thing to do. Maybe even like, I don't know if you need it like this, like formatted this way exactly, but I guess it's not that bad. It does make it clear that it's like a separate thing. Um, so yeah, I would say I like the Mad Vault, but I like old Mad stuff. Here we go with some Strip Club, and I this one made me laugh out loud. So I got it. I gotta look at this one. Scooby Don't. I hope you kids can save my inn. Everyone has been scared off by the ghost of Ebenezer Crowley. Don't worry, Aunt Agatha. We'll get to the bottom of this in no time. You see, over the years, our ghost hunting skills have become quite refined. We have special tools for the job now. Wire 20 grand to this account. I love that. They're just hitmen out for vengeance. Look at this. Some Brown Bear by Noah Van Sciver. Friend of the show, Noah Van Sciver. I think I've looked at that one before, so I am going to skip over it. No offense. And I just want to look at this one. It got your nose. This one, I mean, I did not. The twist at the end is not something I expected. And who's this? Jacob Lambert. Bravo to you. I thought that was so funny. I really, really enjoyed this one. Hit pause and read it. I'm not going to read this whole thing for you. And then we have this Banana Republican. I do point out every time there's a Minnesotan. Michelle Bachmann is from Minnesota. Yes, indeed. That is true. And yeah, I don't know. So this is like a fashion catalog where they just sort of like um, talk about what they dislike about Republicans. It's not that funny. I don't know. Like, yeah, it's just it. There's not really much comedic about just saying like, I don't like these politicians. They're dirtbags. Yeah, could be it's true. Like, but unfortunately, just because it's true doesn't mean it's funny. 7 periods closer to death. I'm wiped. I stayed up all night getting ready for the SAT test. Oh, well, as you can see, I did not take the SAT exam, so I don't know how to say it. I'm not worried. I'm taking one of those SAT prep classes. Between that and private tutoring, they say I should pick 60 points easy. Even if I screw up on the test, my dad will donate enough money to a university that they'll let me in. If all else fails, who cares? My parents are rich. I'll always be taken care of. Life is unfair and disgusting. I don't know why you want to go to college. You already know the most important thing. Oh, goodness. Well, Planet Tad, last time I read one of these, Planet Tad let me down, so I don't want to do that one. This might be, oh no, I got to do the next one as well. Maybe. We'll see. Let's face it. Let's face it, you need to get in shape, but you can't do it alone. You're the one who got yourself into this mess. Remember cheeseburger pancakes? That was your idea. But you're going to need a personal trainer. But before you pick one, you better keep an increasingly fat eye out for these clues you've hired a not so certified personal trainer. And this is Teresa Burns Parkhurst. He asked what you mean by reps. Oh, those reps. I thought we were talking about lizards and stuff. It took me so long. It took me longer than I care to admit that it took me. I couldn't figure out what he meant was reptiles. That's the joke there. Anyway, I'm an idiot, and I can't even speak today. You find your personalized nutrition plan is also on the back of a box of Special K. This might be my worst day of reading ever. She shows up to your sessions on a hover round. Hey, Mr. Big, ready for some power laps? He swears the beanbag chair gets far better results than the yoga ball. Whoa, perfect form. You sure you never did this before? Part of the cool down is a Marlboro Light. Yeah, it acts as a calming agent to your exhausted heart. I think nicotine is actually good for you. I look fat today, don't I? I'm so grotesque. Her self-esteem is lower than yours. You're not getting the motivation you were counting on. Shouldn't we at least watch an exercise show? Nope. You burn the same amount of calories watching the OTB channel. OTB channel? What does that mean? OTB? Leave a comment down below. Now, this one was great. I thought this was a lot of fun. A mad look at the filthy rich. There's uh, so he's like, hey, you want to come back to my boat? She's like, no, I'm not going to your rowboat. He goes, poor little rich boy, right? Um, I loved this one as well. The kid making a little paper boat going down the river. He goes, oh, Papa, I would like a little paper boat. And it's $100 bill. This felt like, I don't know, like in this era so often, the ones he does end up being about movie tie-ins and stuff. So it was cool to see. Um, it's cool to see this because I don't know, it just feels like kind of an older style for him. Um, just making fun of something. In this case, rich people. Just make fun of the richies. He does a very good job. This one was maybe my favorite one. I don't know why. I just really enjoyed it. Let's zoom back out. And then finally, inappropriate questions to ask during a job interview. A huge, beautiful picture by Thomas Bunk. Do you mind if we don't shake hands? I'm waiting for some test results. Are there security cameras in the supply closet? How quick do the medical benefits kick in? Because my wife is looking to get stripper boobs. Is it technically sexual assault if I'm doing it to myself? Before I start a working relationship with you, I must note, Team Edward or Team Jacob? I think that's a thing about the Twilight movies. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? If you were to hypothetically die in a horrible accident, where am I on the list, hypothetically, to replace you? And then some movie mashups that are I don't know, middling as far as the comedy aspect goes. And finally, this love is, but we don't have time for it. We got to wrap it up. I hope you guys hit pause on that one to laugh at it. You guys remember, hit like, hit subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. Toodaloo.